Should we start then? What number are we on?
Volume 4.
Are you recording?
Can do. Hang on. Yes.
Welcome to Volume 4. That was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've been practicing.
I actually just copied you, what you did before you started recording.
Yeah. Well, I might have been recording already. Which now you look like a dick.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with
the mountain bike industry.
Co-host.
It's just copying people.
Yeah, there is that, yeah.
Try to keep very calm. Give me all your money. Try to count to 10. Little doesn't know it's about to begin. Push it too far, you're a killing machine.
No, it's the problem with being a co-host. I was going to say, I'm completely out of control. You tell me when to turn off. I'm starting to get fucking sick of it, dude.
Oh, yeah. And what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to make a union. I've already thought about it. I'm making a union. Yeah, and that's your fault.
All right. So who's going to be in your union?
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it, but I'm making one as we speak.
And then what is it? It's a podcast guest
It's a
union.
co-host union.
I think you should do that, to be honest. We probably do need one.
Dude, isn't it amazing, right?
Mm.
I've had all this time off and I still can't make this work. Look how trick it is.
It's a nice microphone, that, as well.
Look how trick it look if I was like this.
Just put it there anyway.
Should do. You wouldn't know. It's actually a good point. I've blown my cover now.
Just leave it there anyway. It looks good.
How are you?
All right, man. Yeah, pretty good, actually. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I feel like last time we spoke and I said I was at like a 90% positivity rate, 10% negative throughout the week. That might have slipped down to about 85 now, and I don't know why. I think as like things are progressing as far as time, it's getting harder.
Just the dreariness of it, yeah.
I think as the weather's got better too, dude. Like the weather's beautiful now. It is up north anyway. It's probably raining down there, but it's beautiful up here. And it's
right
like
next to the equator.
Yeah, and it's it's one of those nights where you just want to be out, riding with your mates or down the pub or whatever. What you found?
Sorry, dude. When you're down, you probably don't know, but when you're down by the equator, there's fucking parrots, dude.
Oh, really?
Zoom in and like parrots and all sorts.
All sorts of shit going on down there in Olly's zoo, isn't there?
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I've got a lot of questions on that.
On what?
The zoo, and there's no update. Oh, there is an update. It fucking sucks.
You mean people are messaging you about the missing animals in your apartment?
Yeah, so snake, we don't have a snake. We don't know where it is. No. We have a snake, but we don't know where it is. Mm. But one of my fish passed away the other day.
Oh, fucking hell.
Very sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Things are, I don't know. I mean, was it last episode? I was like, we lost like 2 of our chickens too.
Bullshit, isn't it?
Is it Rona?
Their swim bladders go as well?
No, it weren't swim bladder. It was, I don't know, actually. They just died. I don't know what it is. I'm not really
Hey, do you know what chickens have got?
What?
They got like a combi box.
Have they?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they got a combi box.
In what way?
So they got one hole for eggs.
Yeah.
Shitting.
Doo-doos.
And shagging.
Is that correct?
Yeah, dude. It's called a vent. Or a combi hole, I like to call it.
A while ago we had a sick chicken, and I had to investigate the vent.
Did you?
Yeah, with the old double digits.
Did it make this noise?
And then it went.
Did it?
Nah.
Because sometimes... Well, you fingered it, dude. One sec. When you say investigate, did you finger a chicken?
Yeah, I had to.
Did you really finger a chicken? Yeah. And you just decided to say this on a
Yeah.
You know you're recording, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? You seem to say something and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, but Fuck it. As part of the whole process of doing this.
So what
don't say fingered. Don't say fingered. Don't say fingered.
Dude, last week you fingered 2 chickens to death.
No.
No?
No. Let's draw a line under that. Did not finger them to death.
So what did they die of then? Let's move past the fingering because it's actually leaving a bit of a taste.
I don't know. Just bad. Just life, I guess. Just age.
Yeah.
Because we got ex-battery hens.
Right.
Actually, no, they weren't battery hens. What are they? They're basically, because my girlfriend works in a school, they take chickens to school to show them how they hatch.
Yeah.
You know, show kids like, oh, this is the sort of birthing process. But then what they do after that is once they're hatched, they send them to a gas chamber basically and turn them into owl food. So
fucking hell.
You know, I think my missus is probably similar to yours. She just brings things home and like, got 3 chickens and was like, what we gonna do with 3
fucking
chickens?
Tiger King.
Yeah, it is.
They get used when they're little cubs and then they get sacked off.
Yeah, actually, Tiger King, dude. There's been some developments on the old Tiger King story. Are you aware of it?
No, I'm not. But apparently, there's another episode.
Secret episode coming out. That's
nice.
The first thing. Second thing is they've opened the Carol Baskin case again.
Have they?
Yeah, because that show blew up so much and like probably a load of like mental people apparently, but like came out the woodwork and were like, I've got evidence, like I've got this, I've got that.
No.
Yeah, so the Carol Baskin, the case is back open apparently, and they're going to investigate where was it a husband, wasn't it? Where her husband
She's
is.
the worst, man. I mean, at least with old Cowboy Kenny, whatever his name was, the main dude, the Tiger King. At least with the Tiger King, you could see, you know, he wore his heart on his sleeve. My least favourite person's the one who just does the same shit but does it in a soft voice.
Yeah.
You know, like she's doing the same thing, isn't she?
Yeah, and that's what I think a lot of it missed out. No spoiler alert, people have probably watched it by now. Apparently it was the most popular show on TV like ever recorded or something.
That's because we plugged it, right?
It must be. Probably is.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
Probably is, actually. We should probably get some royalty checks for that. I've no doubt they'll start coming in at some point.
Probably will, yeah.
Probably. Don't hold your breath.
I'm waiting for my YouTube ones to come in, so I think they just take a while. It goes through the system. And,
yeah. It takes a while. It takes a long time.
So many O's. When you're counting that many O's, it's quite hard to like, you know, you'll be thumbing the notes off and you'll be, was it? I can't remember. Yeah. It's 1 million or 100 million. You know,
it's tough. It is that I know, mate. It is tough. But one thing they definitely missed out with the whole Tiger King thing. Have you watched the Louis Theroux documentary after?
No, weirdly, I saw that advertised though. Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit they missed
after,
out.
Was it?
No, he did it before. Sorry, he did it before, but we watched it after because it's like there's something missing here. But yeah, there's a lot of animal cruelty that they didn't really pick up on. Let's just say.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, dude, some of those tigers are like boz-eyed and shit. Like they're inbred, aren't they? You know,
they're inbred as anything, aren't they?
Yeah.
But then, if we're on the subject of animal cruelty, you finger chickens,
and you lose rattlesnakes or whatever it was.
Wild animals.
I was thinking about your snake actually because you said.
Go on, say again.
You said you was thinking
I
about
didn't hear the last bit. You were thinking what about?
About your pet snake.
Oh, all right.
Because you said. It's not venomous, and it's not a constrictor.
No.
So what is it? Just a biter. Is that how it kills things? Just bites them, and then it doesn't do anything.
Bites.
Yeah.
Hold on until it dies, and then just.
It's poisons. Oh, heats it. Yeah.
Swallows it whole. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Actually, I'm just being an idiot.
It's all right, dude. Yeah. It's probably thinking about all the.
Yeah, should I just clear that up really quick? Because I feel like just leaving it as like.
What you left the mess out?
Yeah, I just left it. But basically, if a chicken gets egg bound, which means it has an egg stuck, you sometimes have to investigate and see if there is actually an egg in there by inserting something. Could be your fingers. Could be something else. Hopefully.
So you're just down there every morning. We got another one egg found.
Wearing them like gloves. Daddy's home.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Where are we at then?
Don't know. How's
Give
your
me
week
a summary
been?
of the news.
How's your week
Yeah,
been?
it's all right. I think Bozza.
Yeah.
Bozza getting sick's probably rough. Well, I think it's gnarly, isn't it? Worst thing that could happen. The figure of solidarity for the nation is ill and in hospital. It's gnarly.
It is gnarly. And I don't really know what to say on that, to be honest. I'm not a huge sort of... This is where my naivety sort of probably does kick in a little bit, because I've been ignoring the news to some extent for like 3.5, nearly 4 weeks, because I just feel Yeah, because I think for me, it's just sitting and watching and looking at numbers and just getting down on it. You probably say it's naive, whatever, but it doesn't work for me at all, of just getting down about it. I prefer to just almost ignore it's there, pick up on the headlines as and when I hear about them, sort of listen to people who I respect more than the news as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, yourself probably is more than I respect more than the news. Do you know what I mean? Like I prefer to sort of listen to things and watch things that are hopefully going to give you a bit more of a positive spin on it, because it could just make you even more down and make this way harder.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think the news has definitely played a big part in this being as big as what it is, right? As far as hysteria goes, right? And creating panic.
Yeah.
And I'm just, if I put my skeptical hat on, I am a little bit skeptical about it. And I
know
think,
what you mean.
Yeah.
That's my reason for watching it, I think. To keep me in the house and to keep me from... That's my reason for looking at this stuff and trying to understand it.
Because otherwise you'd ignore it. Or...
Well, yeah. Otherwise, I think what I've been trying to, from the start of these, I've been trying to like work out actually what's the real deal.
Yeah.
What actually is going on.
Yeah.
What an overwhelmed health system looks like. What that means.
Definitely. Yeah.
What it means when you go on a ventilator.
Yeah.
All of those things interest me. I find them like helpful. Like a ventilator, you have to be sedated for. I just found out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so imagine, all of those beds. They're not like people like, oh fucking hell, I'm super ill, I feel bad. They're like,
and that. Right,
walking along, breathing for them, because you have like I guess you fight against it otherwise because you have a natural.
Right.
Like, you don't think about breathing often, do you?
No, it's true. It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to be put under sedation so that the machine can almost like breathe for you. It's like bellows.
Right, that makes sense.
All of that's gnarly, man.
Yeah, it is gnarly.
And you think about what it actually means, and I don't know if I'm probably repeating myself. We probably talked about this before, but overwhelmed health systems is not
very scary.
Yeah, like I talked to someone who I thought was, and you hear it a lot. Talk to someone who I think of as like a well-measured person. They were like, "Fuck, I just wish we could get this over and done with quicker," which I appreciate is a lot of people's feelings because of their businesses, because of their livelihoods, and because they're bored. Yeah. But like the same number of people are having their first epileptic fit, for instance.
Yeah.
The same number of people are having compound fractures of their femurs on trampolines. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that flow doesn't stop. So when you got an overwhelmed health system, what the fuck do you think happens when your femur's sticking out and they don't have a bed? Like the reality of that is wank.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, totally.
And that's why they're.
And I know that's why we're doing it. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think that's brilliant that we are. That everyone's doing it. It's fantastic. It's really, really good.
Yeah. No one's like profiting. That's what I always try and work out. Who's fucking. If they didn't feel they had to do this, if you think for a second they would do it still, they're not going to do it, are they?
No, it doesn't make it doesn't make financial, economical, same thing.
They got more to lose than us. These people have got more, so I don't know.
Where I put my skeptical hat on too, though, a little bit is I am still. I don't know if we ever spoke about this. I'm still pretty sure. I'm 80-90% sure that I've had it.
Yeah.
Just because there was a podcast I listened to today where they were saying that they think that this could have started in October.
Yeah.
And in November, dude, I had a whole month in bed, give or take, a whole month, and all of those symptoms, I'm like, yep, had that, fever, yep, done that.
Yeah.
Hard to breathe. I never have that, dude. I never ever struggle with that. I couldn't breathe properly. So I think a lot of these things I probably have had it.
Mate, you probably have, but that doesn't stop you from. So that still doesn't stop you from transmitting it to other people.
Totally.
So if you shake hands with one person, put your hand on the door.
Me and Emma were talking about it the other day, because that is the weird thing. I remember having that, and then we were joking like a few weeks after, like, oh, isn't it weird that like my mum's been sick and my dad's been sick, and it almost did happen. But at the time, obviously, we didn't know any of this stuff were popping off. So you almost just forget about it and be like, oops, I've accidentally passed it on, not knowing maybe how serious it is. I don't know. Again, I've put my skeptical hat on there a little bit, and I appreciate that, you know, I'm going out a little bit on a whim. But a lot of people that I know have said the same thing, that, I feel like I had it earlier in the year.
I'm with you. I think a lot of people probably do think that. But there's nothing to say that you didn't have. I mean, the effect on you might not even show symptoms. So
exactly.
Even if you did, it might be like, I don't know. Okay, so I've got some other numbers here. So I go on Worldometer.
Okay.
So a little shout out for Worldometer. That's real-time stats. That's right. That's real-time stats.
They will be listening, 100%.
Worldometer, yeah, they will be. Yeah, we'll get Worldometer Steve on next week probably. But it's got. I hate numbers, but also I like numbers.
Okay.
Weird relationship with numbers.
Yeah.
But they're useful to compare, I guess.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
There's a section on health here. They've also got a coronavirus live update that has all of the countries, and you can see the spread. I don't know if this is a bit morbid to talk about, but for instance, this year alone, we have 287,000 suicides.
Okay.
We have 1,338,000 deaths caused by smoking.
Yep.
You know, this is just like the standard flow. Yeah. And this flow doesn't stop.
No.
Like that, the health systems are dealing with this flow in every country. And bear in mind, we happen to be born into this, and all of our listeners did. We happened to be born into wealth.
Yeah.
All of us did.
Yeah.
Everyone who can listen to the podcast buy a fucking bike.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you think your bike's shit and if you think your job's shit and you think you're having a crap time.
Yeah.
You're
listening on a phone or a laptop. Yeah. Totally.
You're born into like this top. It's probably 20%, and the rest of the world's in. And then you think about their health systems, and you think about I don't know.
But to play devil's advocate a tiny bit,
not
saying that there's not a strain on the NHS. My dad broke his hand last week. Straight up legend.
So you got chickens too, has he?
No fucks. He taught me everything I know. Goes a little hard sometimes. But yeah, so he broke his hand and went to hospital on, it'll be like Sunday maybe. And he goes, there's nobody in A&E. Everyone's at home. No one's doing anything. So it's like, that's kind of nice though. It's so how nice is that to know that no one is pushing it too hard. No one's doing any. Well, some people are. He fell over, in the garage, broke his hand, or a bone in his hand.
Fucking interesting figures will come out of this at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking interesting figures, man. But like everything, it's impacted everything, hasn't it? Having all these people inside has impacted. Like seeing how many people, A&E, for instance, your example, how many fewer people are in there from fighting. Dude, you ever been in A&E on like a fucking...
Oh, man, it's the
on like
worst.
A Saturday morning or a Sunday morning?
It is all the drunks, a kid on ketamine in corner, like all that shit. It's fucking wild.
Black eyes, isn't it? Yeah.
It's wild. And you're there because you fell off your bike.
Those people are amazing to do that.
Yeah, they are.
Those people are amazing to do those jobs, like regardless of pandemic.
I don't know if... Are they doing it down by you? Everyone's clapping outside on a Thursday night. You getting that down south?
Probably, yeah.
It's cool. Real nice. What's your take on Sweden's approach? Have you read into that too much?
Yeah, they're YOLO, aren't they? But aren't they having to strap down a bit? We talked about that briefly, didn't we?
Did we?
Because I got an ad for a Swedish coronavirus retreat.
That's true, yeah. We did briefly. So they're still in the same position. They're just like, look, you guys are adults, most of you. Be smart and just leave everyone to it. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just fucking, everyone there is just going about the daily business, just normal.
Like the XL Centre is a hospital. Think how much money that costs.
The Nightingale Wing, I think it's called. I think you called it. Yeah.
And they've opened one in Bristol and all over the place, haven't they? They've opened loads.
Right.
Nightingale wards, but like they don't spend that money unless. I mean, I just think. If they're spending, it's the weirdest way to look at it, but if they're spending that much money, they wouldn't do it for nothing.
No.
They wouldn't.
No, you're right. No. If it's to scare people, then job done.
Yeah.
People are, all over the UK and all over the world are sat in their homes. What's crazy is, I had Needles on the last episode of the podcast, and, you hear what's going on over there in South Africa, and, South Africa's probably got its problems, let's be real, but, they are in a complete lockdown. Andrew was saying, like, he is allowed to go, well, he's not allowed to go outside, but because he lives on a housing complex, gated community, he can go out and do a bit of a run. But most people are on a full-on, can't walk your dog, can't go outside, you can go to the supermarket and come home. Fuck. Like, who'd have thought we'd live through this? It is insane.
Isn't it?
And again, hence why I'm a bit more like, I'm trying not to look at it too much, because if you keep focusing on all those negatives, it's really not going to do much for you.
No, I do hear you, and I think it's good that, like, you're doing the right thing anyway. You're not saying I'm not listening to the news. I'm going out riding with my mates. It's bollocks.
No, not at all.
You still obviously listen to it enough to know that you've got to take it seriously.
Yes.
I guess. But...
Yeah. It's a crazy social experiment, isn't it?
Dude, yeah.
Crazy social experiment. I mean, wow.
Crazy.
And then, like you said, it's the numbers
Scary
after this, isn't it? It's it's domestic abuse maybe, and it's suicide.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Literally everything. Yeah.
Is
I think I banged on about that Factfulness book before that I'm reading.
No, you never mentioned you've read a book.
It's a book called. Yeah, I get someone to read it for me. All the letters are so small I can't read them. No, I read this Factfulness book and it's really good. It's like, I think it was like Sunday Times, New York Times bestseller or something.
Wow. Cool, good.
But it's just stats. Sounds bad, but it's fucking cool. Really cool. It gives you a bit more of the biggest takeaway from the book is that, like, all of these incremental increases in literally anything do add up, and they're not newsworthy. So naturally, our opinion on everything around us is like lower than what it actually is, because it's boring news, isn't it? You're not going to be like, oh, loads more girls in Sudan are now attending school, for instance.
Doesn't make news.
No. And he's a really interesting guy, because he's compared. He splits it all down into 3 option questions. So you've got A, B, C, and he goes around to different populations and he asks the same questions, and then he gets a number back, and it's crazy. In the like, in the Western world, or in whatever you want to call it, developed. That's not PC, I don't think. But if you ask people in England, for instance, the numbers come back are like, the way he compares it is like, we get it right 18% of the time. Right, really? That's lower than if you gave monkeys typewriters and they had to decide on the so it's 33%.
Jeez, no way. Right.
Success
that is pretty
rate.
interesting.
Like, it's really interesting, and so the whole book goes on like that comparison. Anyway, that's boring as fuck. What can we talk about now instead that's not boring?
What should we talk about? We always cover the coronavirus stuff though, don't we? To be fair, and which is I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. Let's talk about things. What else? Well, we've got a special guest coming on. Hopefully,
we have. Yeah.
Hopefully,
hopefully he can make it out better. Do we announce it yet or not?
Let's make sure he's actually gonna.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do
The Rock's a busy guy, man. We can't.
Yeah, we can't. Fucking exactly. And time difference, and he's got so much on. Yeah,
it's tough. So yeah, we've got a special guest. Hopefully, joining us within the next. Who knows? I suck at doing this sometimes. My time. Oh man, I'm at like 100% hit rate at screwing time zones up with people. I think it's one time. It's
very so difficult.
It's very, very difficult.
Really difficult. How cocky is it that our time is like the GMT is like the time that it goes off of? How annoying would it be if where you lived was like, like where we live is 0?
Yeah.
Imagine we're not like plus anything, minus anything. We're just 0.
Yeah.
So cocky, so arrogant,
so proud.
What have you been doing anyway? Doesn't it feel like Groundhog Day?
It does, but it's nice in a way, to be honest, that we've got this little routine going.
Routine's good.
Routine is good.
I feel really cardio fit right now, and I've been eating healthy as well, which is like, I think routine makes you like, those things are possible. You can do the same loop or whatever. yeah, I feel like I'm getting stronger, which is good.
Good, that is good. Yeah, same, dude. To be honest, same. You know, same as last week. Just very regimented with my days. You know, 2-hour blocks, all that stuff. I'm doing a lot of cardio and a lot of. I love kettlebells, dude. So I'm swinging the kettlebell every night in the garden.
Wicked,
which is amazing.
Nice.
I absolutely love, especially when it's nice weather, just being outside. You know, in the garden, swinging kettlebells. Riding? Yeah, a little bit. I've ridden a few times this week. Trying to be again like relatively careful with that, to be honest. You know, not go out too much. Just I started building a new trail up the woods, so I've been doing that.
Nice. That's a good one, isn't it?
It is, and I think I need to do that a little bit more.
Your days sound like mine. That's all it is for me. Cross country, building. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit of work in the morning, but I find that is the hardest bit for me. As someone again who's got like a company and stuff, not doing anything feels so alien. It's so weird. And I say not doing anything, but you almost fall into this pattern of like, oh, I'll just do something for the sake of doing it. Yeah. You're like, is it essential though? Is it really? Does this shit need to be done? Probably doesn't.
Got to be on the hustle, haven't you? You got to be on the hustle.
Yeah, to some extent. It's very, very weird. So I've done, been doing that. I did a podcast with Andrew. Did someone else's podcast, which was really fun actually. It's always a bit weird being on the opposite side, but I did someone else's podcast.
Whose podcast did you do?
I did Beyond the Tape. It's an Australian mountain bike podcast. God knows why he wanted me on. But yeah, it's good just to sit and chat and, tell some stories and stuff. So I did that.
They must have wanted you for some reason.
I know, God knows why. What else? That's it, I think. It's been my week, really, dude. Yeah.
What are your rides like? They're like cross-country rides?
Yeah, just from here an hour or so, just out.
Mine are super cross-country. I have no knee pads on.
No knee pads.
Dude, how many pandemic fitness people are there around?
A lot of
pandemic fitness enthusiasts.
People. Yeah, and it almost makes you think, like, what do they do after this? What happened?
I was riding earlier today.
Yeah.
Right. These are not outdoors people, and they've decided to. Obviously, they're bored. They're hating life in their house. I get it, and they're near woods enough that they can go.
Yeah.
Anyway, this fucking whale of a. That's rude. No, fuck it. She's a big girl.
Yeah.
She's hanging out the side of her car, pissing. I was riding along on a like a fire road. She's about to go for a hike or whatever, and she's pulled down her new Decathlon hiking clothes, and she's just hanging onto the side of the car pissing.
Good God!
I was like,
it's rare down south.
And her mate was stood next to it, and I was like weirded out by it, so I pretended to make it into a joke. I put my hand over my eyes, and then the chick like looked at me bad, like I was being bad. Like, how do you want me to react?
What on earth?
And also, imagine if I was waving my willy around at the side of a fire road, and I reckon the police would have arrived.
Probably would. Not
fair. These new outdoors people don't know the deal.
No, there's that one Deeks saw, full nude.
What's up with that? How weird is that?
What is it? What is going on with that?
I would have called the police.
Yeah, that's not normal, is it?
No, imagine you're a chick with a pram walking along the other direction. Some fucking nub dick weirdo starts walking along with his backpack on.
At least he had the decency to put a backpack on. I wonder what's in it.
Also, how weird is it?
Just a couple of sandwiches.
Dude, how weird is it being naked with shoes? Like, what are you doing? If you're ever naked with shoes, what are you doing? Well, for me, anyway. I've never...
Go the whole hog. Leave your backpack. Leave your shoes. And commit. Yeah. You're doing something 80%.
Yeah, you are. You're right.
If you want to be naked and afraid, get out there.
Yeah. I've never been that into nudity. I don't really find it that funny, to be honest. I've never been like that much of a streaker. I don't know why. It just doesn't really make me. When I see someone naked, I just think, oh,
yeah,
you're naked.
Or streaking's a funny hobby, isn't it? I remember a classic streak, Sheffield Supercross, 2008 or something like that. Some pissed bloke, probably called Alan, big beer gut, running across Sheffield Arena floor and fell over a set of like a tuck block thing. Oh mate, classic streak.
Do you reckon as he was doing it, he had a montage in his head of all the times that his parents didn't pay attention to him
Definitely.
Dad, watch me on the trampoline. No. Just desperate. The only way I've got it is to get my nub dick out and run around in front of people.
At a Supercross in Sheffield.
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
Sort your life out, Alan.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, but that one at Deeks caught. How is Deeks always in the right place at the right time? Oh, that's a good point. Let's get Deeks on this.
Yeah, we should do that actually.
Deeks a good laugh.
100%. There's a few people,
That'd
man, have
be
reached
wicked.
out and have been like, "Oh, can I come on?" Which is great.
Nice.
And I'm always like, "Yes, you can. Of course you can."
Should we try and arrange one with Deeks then?
Yeah, 100%. Next one.
Get on it.
Get Deeks. Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Next one, we'll drag Deeks over and do it.
He can do his story.
Yeah.
Good story. Good
classic story.
I'm allowed to make fun of him.
Yeah,
he
classic
strangles
story.
me enough. I'm allowed to make fun of him.
Yes. What is with that?
What Deeks strangling me?
Yeah.
Mate, it's insane out.
Is he strong? He looks strong.
Dude, do you know how strong he is?
No, I don't think I've ever wrestled him. I'd remember.
Just all I'm saying is don't do it.
No.
Just don't do it. It's
military
shit,
strength,
dude. Mate, it's something else strength. It's like, wow, it's so impressive because I don't think of myself as athletic, and I go to the gym and I've trained for years and I should be as strong as I can be.
Mm.
And then I'll get my friend who's also athletic and he's trained for years and he's as strong as he can be.
Yeah.
And we'll both storm him and we'll both end up in headlocks.
Mad.
How does it work? And he's not like that much taller than us or anything.
No. Training.
I tried so hard to strangle Deeks. Dude.
Crazy.
Do you know every day at Rampage in the morning, because he had that much pent up aggression because he couldn't beat up Bren because he didn't want to injure him so that he couldn't ride.
That's fair.
So every morning, 6 a.m, I'd be woken up by him strangling me.
That's annoying.
And I'd have to try and like he teaches you tricks. He tries to like educate me.
Yeah.
So the first one's that.
Right.
Do you know this?
The old no neck? No.
So you got to do that. If the bouncers attack you in a club, they always attack people in clubs. But if bouncers go for you in clubs and try and restrain you, if you just keep that chin right in there, do it, dude.
Yeah.
Practice it.
Yeah.
You keep the chin in there. Yeah. They can't get to your airway.
Ah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. But what if they're a lot stronger than my neck and they can ratchet up?
You won't get it in there.
Why don't MMA fighters just do this then with the whole?
They do. You watch them, they do. They're always like that, aren't they?
Never really thought.
They go to the ground.
So is that your go-to move then, or is it?
What, when Deeks attacks me? Yes. No,
or
and I don't know if you think I'm joking.
No.
In a club, I haven't been attacked since I got my new move. But instead, in a club now, I just turn it into a dance. You know. but so every morning at 6, he'd do that, and then I started to get it. So then he made the new challenge to put bins on our heads.
Right.
He'd call it a bin head. So every morning I'd end up just desperately trying to do that, and then you try and get a hand in, try and get your hooks in, get the arms arm
so you
out.
Don't get the bin on?
The bin is very difficult. I've got a big head, so I'm at an advantage, but he still always managed to fucking dunk, 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 dunk. Every morning.
Really?
Insane, yeah.
That's annoying. And then you go spend all day in the desert. Shit times, bro.
Yeah, dude, hard. Actually brings me on to another subject, another thing that I've been doing, which actually is past an embarrassing amount of time. And I had a load of people message me like, oh, you got to talk about it because I tried to talk about it last episode. I can't remember why I didn't finish it.
Oh, that shut you down?
PUBG.
Ah, yes. Well,
dude.
Yeah, I know you're into it. Yeah, I have. Only because, what's his name? C.A. Greenwood on Instagram.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, was like, you need to get it. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm so bad at games, and I always have been, and I've never liked them. I hate games. I can't do it. It's fucking little buttons, and on my phone it's even worse. There's millions of buttons.
Yeah.
I just don't. I have no hand-eye coordination in a game.
Okay.
In real life, I'm fairly good. In a game, I'm so bad.
Right.
And I hate it so much. Even when we were kids, I used to just watch my brothers play on PlayStation because I just couldn't fucking deal with it. It's too shit.
Okay.
Annoys me too much. I'm too bad at it.
Yeah.
So I got my brother Henry when he lived away for years, and he used to just meet up with his friends on this PUBG app, and it was just like they'd just socialise. So I've just been socialising with all my friends on PUBG.
And it's a shooting game.
So it's an army game. It's mad what these mobile phones can do nowadays.
I know,
I didn't even realise.
I know. What phone you got?
iPhone 11
okay.
Pro.
Huh.
Pro. I don't want to talk about it, but an iPhone 11 Pro. Yeah, so you get dropped off in a zone, and there's 100 other players, and you have to run around, get guns, get in cars. Your mates can get in the cars. You shoot each other. You can. It's insanely complicated. So I've been doing that with my friends.
And you can hear each other.
Yeah, you're all talking the whole time. You're like,
oh wow.
So like when my girlfriend comes in the room, I'm like, I don't even know she's there. I'm like, get behind the tree, John, get behind the tree. CA, get in the house. Except the whole time I'm not. I'm like, guys, can you revive me? Because every time you get shot, you can have one of your friends can come and help you up.
Okay, all right. I need to check it out, I think. Again, I
actually do.
Quite similar to you, that I've never really been into gaming at all. In fact, I was thinking about it recently because everyone seems to be doing a lot of gaming. And I was like, you know what I fancy to go at? The F1 simulator game. I'm like, oh, I could get into that. That's a bit of me. And my buddy Jace, who does Gypsy Tales, he's getting into it. He's got this whole league he's been setting up with Red Bull F1 drivers. It's insane. And I was like, dude, like, what do I need to get going? He's like, probably $30,000. Like, no,
really?
Shit. Yeah,
for all the seats and stuff?
Yeah, for all, like, for the actual simulation game, because it basically replicates a real F1 car. You can feel, he says, like, you can feel brake bias through the steering wheel, and it's that good.
Wow.
So I'm gonna just stick to PUBG because I don't need $30,000 worth of.
No, and PUBG's like, it's complicated enough. It takes a little bit. You just got to hang in there. If you're as bad at stuff as I am, I turned it on. I was like, oh, it's so shit. But as soon as you add enough friends that you can go 4 of you in a group,
right,
into a battle.
Yeah.
So you're on a team of 4, and there's 100 other people trying to shoot you.
Okay.
So
that sounds good, actually.
So it is wicked, dude.
It
is wicked. And I hate games.
Mm.
But I'm a gamer now, dude.
I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
The next week when you've got the gaming chair with the speakers at the side of it.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I've talked about PUBG now. That's embarrassing.
That's cool. No, mate, people need shit to... nah, that's probably not. But people need things to keep themselves entertained. Yeah. You can't be outside all the time. At some point, you need to come indoors, don't you? And settle down.
It is a good way to hang out with your friends. Otherwise, I won't really be talking. It's not like I'm not gonna call up my friends and be like, "Hey, babe, what you been doing today?" Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really that.
I think that's what I'm missing though, a little bit. Not that, but just the social shit a little bit. Like
that's what it's good for, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, what it's good for.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to talk. But you everyone just ends up chatting, and it's so funny how bad people are at it. Like I'm so bad, so everyone gets to laugh at me.
Okay.
Honestly, we did a game the other day, and one of my friends had 22 kills, and I had 1 kill. I'm so bad.
Yeah, all right. I'll figure it out and have a little look at it.
Add me on PUBG, man.
I will.
I would tell you my username, but it's like loads and loads of different numbers and letters, like a Wi-Fi password. So
okay, like a check. It's been signed.
Yeah. Maybe I'll post it on my Instagram. I should do that. My PUBG thing. Get some ads.
Let's do it. Do it. What else have you been watching? Have you got your three top tips?
Let me just check. I made notes.
Because these are quite good.
Okay, so I've just started watching it. I haven't got to it yet, but Yolanda Neff.
Yes.
The Swiss superstar. She is Swiss, isn't she? I don't sound like a dick. Yes. Ex-CEO superstar and girlfriend of Luca Shaw. She's just posted... I didn't realise she's got I think she might have a YouTube channel. Let me just check. But it's on Pink Bike.
Yes.
And she's just posted a thing about a crash that she had earlier this year where it was a really bad crash. She punctured her lung and stuff. So I'm watching that.
Okay. And there's just one episode out right now, isn't there? But I'm pretty sure there's...
Oh, look at that. So Yolanda's got 993 subscribers. I'm subscribing to her.
Boom.
Help her along.
There you go. Once she gets to that 1,000, you can start writing in the big checks, right?
You're telling me, dude. You're telling me. The second thing is my latest vlog, which is my latest YouTube content.
Yeah, dude.
Which is me scraping the insides of the barrel so hard.
You got raw fingers.
It's not really. Do you know? I was thinking about. Well, I was thinking about the things that the trips that I've not been able to go on for this. The biggest one is those Mexico trips.
Yeah.
And Colombia and the street races. I think a lot of those are probably going to be cancelled. Looking at it now, it looks that way. Okay. So I wanted to go back and look through all of my first hits. That's
cool that you've got all that content to make that though. What do you do with it? Is it all on hard drives or?
Again, I'm really bad at technology and gaming, and Yeah, so I've just got memory cards and I just use them and then chuck them down by my computer, so I have to just go through them and find it again.
Sick.
And I went on my iPhone, I've got loads of like clips. Like in this video, there is a clip of a foot-long turd being flushed down a toilet. So if that's not reason enough to watch it,
it's good to be fair. I was just checking because I started watching it and I'm at 10 minutes 7 seconds out of the 14 minutes 21 seconds that the vlog is going. And prime, it's really good. I love it.
It's not my the dad cam's not in there, which I think ruins it a bit. I can't wait to go on one of these trips with the dad cam.
Okay, yeah.
Because we have so much fun when we're building these tracks.
Dude, it looks amazing. How does that all come around? How did it? I know we're going to probably go on a little bit of a tangent, but because you've got a trail building company, which you've never actually mentioned, I don't think, on here.
No, we do like. So it's called BSI, and we do like.
What's it stand for?
Barnstormers International.
Amazing. Of course it does.
International because international.
Mexico. Because Mexico.
Because Mexico, yeah. So we did Taxco a while ago. They had like a builder pull out at the last minute or something, and they were desperate because that's the only reason I can see that they got us idiots in. But I think we did a good job, and now I think we're actually good at it. Like it's so fun though, man. Going to those places, those spots are so cool because basically over there, again, it goes to my loose interest in stats, but I think socio-economically, it's really good to have events on in areas of low income or like areas where there's poverty or whatever, because it gives the people a sense of like pride for where they're from.
Cool. That makes total sense.
You know, there's a reason why we don't have them around here. There's too much health and safety laws and like everyone hates biking in the UK or everyone hates something a bit different in the UK. Whereas over there, people are so hyped on having these events.
It looks like they just froth on that you guys are there.
It is wicked. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
Some of the best things I've done have been those races, if I'm honest. Yeah, and some of the most scary riding I've done as well. It's like my own urban rampage.
Yeah. And how did it come around then? When was the first one you did? Was that last year or the year before?
16.
16. Oh, shit.
Tax code 2016.
So you got that gig because someone else couldn't do it, so you ended up doing it.
Yeah, it was actually Bernard put my name forwards, and loads of people were pitching for the job, and realistically, we were probably just the cheapest because we didn't know what we were doing.
Okay.
And because we were like stoked to go and do it, you know?
Yeah. And up until that point, sorry for drilling you into the business stuff a little bit. So what else was BSI doing, or did you create that to do those jobs?
Yeah, created to do it then. I mean, we'd done previous things, obviously, if you spent your life building everything you ride, which actually we have, like people say there's a lot of good riding in Surrey. There's only a lot of good riding in Surrey because people built that riding.
Yeah, yeah.
Like no dig, no ride doesn't have to be. You don't have to look into it that much. It's fucking, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not there to ride, you're not riding it.
True.
So we've all dug endless amounts of stuff over the years, and then anytime there's like an event, like we did a few events. Like I did one NEC, did some of the dirt jumps in the NEC, and then did like a little urban race in a bike festival near us. So we had very little experience, but then again, we also had a lifetime experience building tracks.
Yeah, yeah. So what happens, dude? You just turn up, and then how do you get all of the shit?
It's sick, actually. It's fucking cool. So we turn up and we work with amazing companies. We work with Altius Events largely.
Okay.
So they're the people who took a risk on us the first time. So they're a big events company and they get government funding and they fund the whole thing and they make it all happen. And they're very professional and have like a lot of links high up. So we turn up, they tell us that's the thing. We design the course in a way, but like 1 year at Taxco, they just said the start's on top of this building. It's a 3-story building. And it's not like, it's like that's the start. You don't get a choice.
Okay.
So you have to find a way off the building.
Right.
So
wow.
Well, I guess we're dropping off the building then. It's all in that vlog. It's got that drop.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 stories high. But so they get the route and they get it all like passed with the locals. People get like paid off if we're going through their building or down their street, and they paint all the streets and all the community are all super hyped on it. And then we have basically 8 to 10 days to make it happen.
Right.
Which sounds like a long time, but it's really hard. And we've got a team in Mexico with Altius that source local guys to help us like carry materials and it's a blank canvas.
That's awesome.
We just have to get from A to B, the finish line, and we have to build. We normally have to build like 3 features that you can get judged on because they do like a free ride event as well.
Yep.
And then that same model goes to Puerto Vallarta, which is like a seaside town in Mexico again.
Right.
And then we did one in Medellin 2 years ago now.
Okay. And where's
that might be the best. That wasn't an Altius event actually. That was Phosphoro's event, but that might have been the best one we've ever done because it was an area that they've never seen anything like it before.
Wow.
It was in Comuna 13, which is where Escobar's like.
Oh really?
Yeah, the
what
Medellin
a cool
cartel.
experience, man. Just going there and doing all that stuff.
It was the
so
most
sick.
insane. We could do a whole podcast on that.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could do a whole podcast on that.
Yeah.
That was insane. We went through in this small neighborhood of it's like a shanty town.
Right. Is it sketchy
kind
a
of
bit?
thing.
Are you a bit like...
Oh, dude, it's 100% sketchy. It's so sketchy. We all had to wear the same T-shirts first day because they needed... Each area, neighborhood had been paid off. So there's like 5... The track went through 5 neighborhoods.
Okay.
People at the top of the hill, like I'm talking like from where you are to a coffee shop down the road, you would have never been to the coffee shop because it's in a different neighborhood.
Wow.
It's fucked. So each of the gang lords is paid off.
Yeah.
So they know, like, say the guys in the blue T-shirts, they're the guys that are cool. So we turn up and everyone's like, they have people, pardon me, on rooftops like whistling.
Right.
To notify of your presence. So at the start of it, we walk up this course and there's all hand signals going across the favela. It's fucking crazy, dude.
No way.
And you're walking up and people give you like the bug eye, like they weren't interested.
Yeah.
Then probably like day 3, they probably realise like, all right, these guys look like rich tourists, but equally they're shoveling dog shit every day. They're covered in dirt. They've not got any money. They're clueless. They don't know what they're doing. So then they start to like you. And we've got local teams from each neighborhood helping us on the way down.
Wow.
So then you start to build like a bond with them. And that was wicked. It's the people make it Amazing. So good. Because I'm there with like some really good mates, you know.
Yeah.
We've got like it's so when you've all got like a unified goal, it's fucking rad. It's so fucking cool. You've got like this deadline that you've got to meet, and we work super hard, and the people start to like you. They don't still know what's going on. They still probably think it's going to be like a Tour de France event. They don't know, do they?
They've no idea.
They've got no reference.
Wow. What a cool experience, dude. It looks like from your vlog as well that maybe one of the first runs you do down the track, it's almost like a total surprise to anybody because there's people stood there watering plants, a car coming towards you at one point.
Well, all that week, they sort of accepted you as just like a bit of a bell end English bloke.
Yeah,
that's shoveling shit. You know, we're not doing like glamorous work, so they're like, oh, cool, he's cool. He's not above anything. He's, you know,
he's grafting.
And then my bike comes out, and when my bike comes out, they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on here?" And then I'm in like clean kit, and they're like, "Holy fuck!" The guy that we're like joking around with and pissing around, all of a sudden that guy who's like my mate, he's now gonna do like fucking superhero.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the coolest experience for all of us. It's so wicked.
That's rad.
One of the best things I've done for sure. And then, so then you work your way down the course, testing each feature, and it is scary. A lot of like the features are kind of quite big and quite unknown. I mean, you know where I live like in fucking Surrey Hills. It's not like I jump off buildings all the time or like
that gap over the road.
Yeah,
is huge. Even on film, it looks huge. So it's fucking huge.
That was absolutely terrifying.
Did you ride that?
I didn't sleep. Yeah, and then so for instance, so with that was in Puerto Vallarta. That's like. They have to shut down the streets.
Okay.
So you do that like really early in the morning. But these like people in these areas, they graft. So 6 in the morning, you're putting knee pads on. You're going into like a 16-meter jump, and it's not like normal riding.
Yeah.
Because it's like in order to hit this jump for the first time, we have to get 5 people stopping traffic. We have to get
pressure
people stopping people from coming out of houses, and then you're just there like a bell end in your luminous kit and your full face like. Pedaling in at 40 miles an hour to a jump, you have no idea.
Wow.
No, it is wicked actually. They've been over the years. They've been some of the most some of the most amazing trips I've done.
Yeah.
And then from that, we recently completed a job at a school.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Yeah. It looked like you're on the Somme, but it looked great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was bad weather then. Yeah. But we completed this job at a private school that offers like Saturday schooling. Okay. So they wanted to have a mountain bike track in there. So we've got these sort of. It's weird. We've kind of gone the opposite way around. We've gone from our first job was like the biggest street race in the world. And now we're doing it backwards so that we're actually
building little pump tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But it's rad. Yeah, I really enjoy it. But largely it's because of the people. You know, I was so lucky to have such good mates that are so into it as well. Like, as I say, they're some of the best trips ever. Really, really good.
And is the plan to continue building BSI then? You know,
do you know what?
Sounds like you just go with it.
Just go with it. But we get more and more offers for jobs, and we get more and more like potential ones, and it could eventually one day become. I mean, I say yes to everything basically because I know that a lot of it doesn't come off. Yeah, true that. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I've got to do another podcast in a second. No. but half of them don't come off because they involve like government funding and stuff.
Yeah.
But mate, I absolutely love doing those things. I love the whole process. I do it with Christian.
Okay.
Christian Fairclough.
Brendan's.
That's right. Yeah.
Brother.
Liam Mason, who's really old friend, and who's a World Cup downhill racer. Mm-hmm. Duncan Ferris.
Okay.
You know Duncan Ferris from Arca Trail,
yes.
And he did like Velo Solution pump track. He's now at Bike Park Wales. He's like the lead builder at Bike Park Wales. Yeah.
All right.
And then Papa John's come along to from the John Pound. Seb Yates, BMX riders come along. It's just wicked. The ultimate goal for me would be to get my different mates at each one of them to come along and experience it because it's fucking quite something.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See the world.
Yeah, amazing, dude. That's cool. I didn't really know the extent of what BSI was, so that's cool.
Yeah,
interested. Super wicked, interested.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, there you go.
So that's went on a tangent, but that was second thing was watch your vlog, which is out now on the YouTube.
Watch my vlog on the YouTubes. I wish I had more footage from some of them. I mean, like people died in the hood whilst we were there.
No way.
Like it is real. You hear gunshot going off. There was people died in a grenade attack.
And is there a bit of a mountain bike community?
Not in Taxco, because Taxco is such a historical event. Like they've had it there for so long. I don't know how many years they've been doing it. I was going to say,
on your vlog, there's a few guys I think on downhill sort of bikes. One of them has welded it himself and stuff.
That's a product of the event. So they've got these bikes and they just ride steps. They're not like riding dirt and stuff. They ride like they're actual urban downhillers.
Wow.
Like they're not like guys that ride downhill and then go racing in the streets. They're like urban downhillers. It's mad.
Fucking hell. Amazing.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
They make a big impact, those things, and they must do, because I think crime goes down. Like people feel proud of where they're from.
Yeah.
A lot of business is generated during the actual event. It's wicked. It's a cool thing to be a part of. Okay. Look forward to many more, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. So have they maybe been cancelled this year?
I think I haven't had any official cancellations, but I think the reality of it is it's like, I think
probably is going to be in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and the countries that haven't been hit yet probably largely are still going to get hit. I mean, you see the proximity that people live with each other in those favelas. It's like you can see how quickly it would spread.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Well, cool. Special guest just messaged he'll be good in 5 minutes, so that's nice to know.
Nice. Should we announce him?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Last minute cancellation. We don't have The Rock. We have the one and only
Carol Vorderman. Sorry. Clay Porter.
No, you just ruined.
I did. I'm so sorry.
With Carol Vorderman.
I'm so sorry.
Imagine what would you talk about with Carol? I bet she's interesting,
numbers,
actually.
For sure.
Numbers, yeah.
You go down that rabbit hole of numbers.
No, because she'd reveal me as a numbers faker.
That's rad. Then we've got Clay Porter coming on in 5, hopefully. So
yeah. See what he's up to.
Yeah,
plays the man.
Exactly. So what's your third thing, dude? What else have you been watching or listening to?
Shit, let me check. I did have something else. Let me Oh, well, I think we've touched on it before, but Matt Jones's garden builds are really great.
Super cool.
I'm thoroughly enjoying them.
I agree with you. And he is getting some hits on that thing. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, killing it.
Actually is killing it. So fair play, Matt.
He's not stupid, Matt.
No, they are, big numbers.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, I'm going to let him off for using the logo.
Also, I think it's just the dream to have jumps in your garden.
Yeah, the last one I watched was the little sort of slope style feature that he made. That was the last one I looked at. I know he might have released another one today, I think.
Yeah, he released another one today, yeah. Yeah, but so, I've been
someone else doing vlogs in the garden.
Yeah, Bren's has been released now, hasn't he? I'm really intrigued to see whether he finishes it or not. I feel like he sort of has to now, doesn't he?
I think so, especially now he's been on here and.
Yeah, I wish I should vlog my latest creation.
Yeah, you should. Have you done any more on mic rides?
No, I haven't. No, I'm still waiting on my delivery. I will do though. I will do.
Okay.
I've got nothing to talk about though. Once we've done these, I just sort of feel empty. Just feel empty and lonely.
Feel empty inside.
No, I will try and do them. So, have I talked about what that concept is?
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit last week because you sent me the pilot episode, let's call it, with the nostril shot.
Yeah, I fucked up. So basically, I tried to do to people listening, I tried to do a shot from my bars that looked up at me, and I just sort of did a cross-country ride podcast. Would you say it's a podcast?
Yeah, definitely.
It's just me talking shit, really. It's not edited. It's just crap, and I just try and... It's really weirdly easy to talk when you're just riding.
I've never really thought about it. You just talk to myself, really.
It's just a stream of consciousness. So hopefully I'm going to hopefully it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like it's something,
be cool if people could
something to upload.
If people could maybe give you a couple of suggestions and you head out on a bike ride and just talk about it, that'd be pretty cool.
I can talk some shit though, because I've been blessed with attention deficit disorder or something, I think. So I can just keep the stream of shite going. Never-endingly.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I was going to say I know, but it's good. So
yeah, I actually have never been diagnosed with it, but I think probably something's going wrong in it.
Well,
something's going on. Maybe. Never know.
It seems to work out, doesn't it?
I think my girlfriend's sick of me at the minute.
She's still around.
Yeah, she's still around, but she's going for walks and she's staying out of the house as much as she can.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the relationship advice?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How's it going with you? Have you sort of bridged the problem with the drawing of your face that you didn't like?
We haven't. She's not listened actually to any of these yet.
Dude, we had some more fan artwork, didn't we?
Yes. New segment.
I don't like calling it fan. It makes me feel creepy.
No, it's funny though. Have you still got the photo on your phone?
But of course, I'm looking at my phone now, so I can't show you.
Okay. So
I don't know why they made you so stacked, and they made me so withered and like.
Well, what I'll do is I'll put up a separate little video, and what I was going to suggest is if people listening, you're a little bit bored, you want something to do, let's try and see some more fan art. I hate the word fan too, but let's see it. Like if you can do a drawing of like either Ollie or me or both of us or something like that.
Yeah.
But big thank you to the guys called Instagram's 21 Racing.
Nice one, 21 Racing.
Who did the first one, which is cool. Good, and I'll post it up on social media so people can have a look once this episode goes out. But I look hench, basically. Nice. Ollie looks pretty skinny.
Yeah, I was just a bit pissed off about that.
What did you say I look like? Logan Paul.
Yeah, you look like Logan Paul. I look like Colin from The Secret Garden.
Yeah. Or that dude from Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. Innit? Hey, can I put the light on?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it. It's getting dark down there. It's still sunny up here. Tropical.
No, it's not really. It's just blah, blah, blah. I can't think of anything witty.
So yeah, let's do that. So we'll ask people if a little bored, you want to get the crayons out to submit a video, and we'll talk about it on here, and we'll put a video up of said drawing. And this will be the first one. So. Yeah, thank you, 21 Racing for taking time out and doing that. It's very kind of you, actually.
Yeah, very kind, very kind. So I've given my top 3. I think actually it's turned into 4. So it's PUBG, it's Yolanda Neff, YouTube episode 1. Yolanda Land, it's called, and my vlog.
Yes.
So they're my threes, and Matt Jones's. So that's four.
That's 4.
So you've got to contribute now.
Got a bonus one. Me.
Just fingering chickens, is it? Is that what you're telling everyone to do, or what?
Mainly. I've actually gone down a rabbit hole. So there's a YouTube channel called, it's great, called Kent Rollins. So Kent Rollins is a cowboy, and he has a cookery show, and he does all of his cookery outdoors on fires and shit like that. So he makes like super, just cool things. You know, he makes, I don't know, quesadillas on a fire pit and all this sort of cool stuff. So it's all done outdoors. So Cowboy Kent, he's got like 1.5 million YouTube subscribers. He's killing it, and he's super funny as well. So yeah, I'm watching a bit of Cowboy Kent Rollins.
Nice.
I'll just blast through mine real quick because we've got Clay's pretty much ready to go.
Wicked.
Then I've been watching so Fox, as in Fox Mountain Bike, like clothing and stuff, have digitally remastered all of the old Terra Firma motocross films.
Sick.
So I don't know if you've ever seen those before, but they're like the earth of mountain bike, well, of motocross. So like super iconic. So they've digitally remastered those and they've been posting them. So Terra Firma 1 through to whatever it is, 6, I think. So I've been watching them. Nice little series. And then last but not least, have you seen the Formula 1 show on Netflix?
No, and I need to. People have told me about that. Yeah.
Awesome. So good. Yeah, so I went down that rabbit hole sort of this week, to be honest, and watched every episode of that throughout the week.
Nice.
So that's a good one. So yeah, for sure, check that out. Let me just try and figure out how we...
I'll tell you what to not watch.
Yeah.
Contagion.
What's that?
A film. Don't watch it.
Oh.
Well, you can watch it.
Is it on Netflix?
Netflix. Contagion. It's remarkably similar to the situation we're in at the minute.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Clay might be joining us right now.
Is he? Where's Clay?
I think so. Says Colin, says unavailable. All right, this happens every time. One sec. Okay. So yeah, but the Cowboy Kent dude, he's got me fired up to be cooking outdoors more often.
Nice. And you
just making things like just on a piece of wood.
Yeah, it always looks easy.
I love that, like rustic. You know, I love cooking, so that sort of stuff's perfect.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. I'm sorry to do this again to people, but we need to find him. Again, I've got another Clay Porter on my Skype.
You reckon it just saves it double?
I don't know. This is tough. Sorry, people listening.
You can edit this out, can't you?
Yeah, I can try, but probably won't.
No,
I'm just trying to find. Yeah, if I left you pissing in, mate, I'm definitely leaving this
in. Did you leave that in? Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty funny, to be fair.
Put some music on in the meantime.
Okay. Clay Porter. I don't. That's literally elevator music.
It is, that's what I typed in.
That's amazing. Well,
I like it though. Please hold. Your call will be directed to an operator as soon as one becomes available. Please hold. Hold.
Add to call.
Please hold. It is nice. Please hold. Please hold. Can you actually even hear the elevator music?
I don't think people listening will be able to hear it. I can hear it, but I don't think people. Have you? You must be playing that on something outside of your Skype.
I am, yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So Clay doesn't know how to log into Skype. So
now that to anyone who knows Clay, that is classic Clay. Good man, Clay.
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about in the meantime whilst he does the... Oh, dude, it's actually one thing. I'm the closest thing to having a phobia of passwords, dude.
Right.
How often they make you change them and add an exclamation mark or add a capital letter, and before you know it, it's just you have no idea what anything is.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you log out, you have to log back in, and then you have to get the forgot my password. Oh, that's my nightmare. I hate that, dude.
Yeah.
Never works.
No,
and iCloud's the worst for it as well.
It is. And then you have to go through the whole rigmarole of getting it set back up.
Yeah, the only way I can do it is have bits of paper dotted around.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it otherwise. I'm fucking useless, dude.
I use the Notes app quite a lot.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got everything's in my notes. Everything, yeah, I'm real weird with that. Every password, everything's in there.
So now, if someone just robs you on the street, if they watch this, you on the street, then they can just sort of take over your whole shit.
Yep, definitely. Just good luck finding me out on the street at the minute. Good
point.
I'm not out there very often to get mugged. So while we wait for Clay to sign in or figure out how to use Skype, this is a bit of a problem, not gonna lie. I thought I was being thick. I'm like, dude, I'm calling you. He's like, I don't know how to log in. Hang on, I'll just try him again. He says try again, so amazing.
Are you going to do some dope or not? Have you any good questions this
yeah,
time?
There's quite a few actually.
Wicked. We need to get through them. We need to be better at that.
Yeah, the dope or note thing's awesome. And I really enjoyed that Zeb's doing covers too. So Zeb's got a cover on the end of this one. So for people listening, it is by... So someone, a few people submitted, things that they wanted Zeb to cover. So if your name is at John C. Who, well, I guess you win.
Nice.
So Zeb is going to cover. Carey. I'm just waiting for the file. But Jamie T's Rabbit Hole.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. 1 second. Oh, this is fucking terrible.
I'm telling the co-host union about this.
So you should. I feel bad because this is a little bit weird for me because I'm literally messaging Clay Porter saying, set up a new Skype, mate. Who am I to tell him to do that? Do you know what I mean? I just feel like a total dick. Yeah, he's setting up a new one anyway, so he can't log into the old one.
No worries. Hey, I wonder how many ads I'll get on PUBG.
Probably quite a few, actually. These things are doing well, dude. Yeah, these things are doing pretty good.
How many mountain bikers do you reckon use game? How many mountain bikers are gamers?
Good question. How many mountain bikers are gamers? I'd say... I think there's going to be a weird split of people who are just like, nah, fuck that. I only watch Earthed and Dig. And then there'll be people who are like, oh, yeah, into it a little bit. Maybe into that sort of thing. Like the geekier side of mountain biking.
Yeah, fairly big side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably 70%, isn't it, really?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's probably 70%. Okay, let's do...
tokens.
Let's do some dope or nope while we wait.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
All right, dope or nope. So thank you, everyone who submitted these. There was about... 80, I think. I don't know. There's a lot.
Wow.
So, dope or nope? Let's find hummus.
Dope, dude. I'm having hummus every day.
Oh yeah.
I'm all about hummus. Hummus and rice cakes.
Really?
Big
Is that
time,
a thing?
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not really dry?
Nice. You can do what you want. You can put what you want in hummus. Hummus and rice cakes, good.
I do like hummus, to be fair. I'm a big hummus fan. I'm
definitely
dope. All right, dope. Winner, dope. That was for Alexanderson MTB.
Nice.
Let's Get High 420. Cheese and jam sandwiches, dope or nope?
No, dude. Keep them. Nope from me.
Yeah, cheese and
keep
jam.
Those things separate.
Cheese and jam. That's fucking...
That's some weird stuff.
Yeah, that is weird stuff. Although, yeah, you can have like.
I bet streakers.
Dewsbury jam might be quite nice.
Keep it, dude.
Yeah,
keep it.
Nope, definitely nope.
Yeah.
Mosher 1. Dope or nope? Bum bags.
Bum bags. Joe Rogan wears a bum bag, so I'm going to have to say dope. Nah, well, I don't know. So is this for riding bum bags?
Good point. Let's just say it's for general usage.
I love my mum. My mum always thinks when she goes to another country she's going to get pickpocketed.
Yeah.
So she's like one of the people that gets a bum bag and puts all her things in the bum bag.
Padlock on the front.
How is it different? Fucking fanny pack, man.
It's just all in one place. All your shit's just in one pocket rather than 3 or 4.
I actually tried a bum bag for Trans Madeira.
Did you?
Yeah, and I went, and it wasn't even a mountain bike one. It was a decathlon one. It was very cheap.
Right.
And it was like this big square lunchbox thing, and I didn't even use it. I'm just useless at carrying stuff on a ride, so I'm gonna give my honest answer. It's a nope from me. I'm not. But also backpacks and riding is a nope from me as well. So,
is it a big no backpacks at all?
Nah,
not into it.
Nah.
No, I hate that feeling of a backpack as well.
I do.
Every time you leave the floor a little bit and it comes up your back.
So annoying.
Or you've got to strap it down like.
It's a water bottle. I'm cool with it. Water bottle and Apple Pay.
Water bottle and Apple Pay. That's all you need, mate.
Yeah. Although that said, the Trolley Osprey collab bag
nice.
I use very often. It's just down there on the floor. I can't reach it, but it's a fantastic piece of equipment that I use all the time. So
okay,
there you go.
Sponsor plug for the sponsors.
No, I forgot about that.
What else we got? Ghetto home haircuts.
Dude, I've only been to a barber's once.
Have you?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No shit, really?
Only once, and it was for the Death Grip premiere.
Right.
I was trying to impress a girl.
Right. Did it work?
Yeah. Yes, my girlfriend. Yeah.
No way.
That's the only time. Yeah, that's the only time otherwise, I just cut it myself. It's so bad anyway.
You cut it yourself, or you cut it yourself, or
No, I do it.
Okay.
I always try and get the back. I can never quite see it. I look around as quick as I can to try and see bits I've missed. But I haven't mastered it yet. Hopefully one day.
Keep going. You'll get there.
Home haircuts are the best.
Home haircut. I've never done a home haircut.
Kind of. Try it.
So just give me one. Okay, so this is getting really, really confusing. So sorry. So Clay's just added me, but I can't actually get to it. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go.
All right.
What up?
Oh.
How's it
All
going,
right.
boys?
I'm
Good,
retiring, dude.
go?
I'm hanging up the microphone and headphones. I'm done. That's been tough. Not gonna lie.
Hey, dog, you got your video on.
Hold on. Let me. I think I'm turning it on now. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. He's in the car.
Yours. Yeah. I'm driving.
What's up,
yours
dude?
Is, yours is just your logo, though, man. I only see Davey.
Oh, really?
Really? You don't see me? I'm here.
I just see S for P. I hear your voice.
Nice. That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you driving, dog?
I'm driving from Aaron Gwynn's place back home to Bend, Oregon.
Oh, quite a drive then, huh?
Yeah, huge, like 13 hours.
Oh. How far into it are you?
Probably like an hour.
God.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
And then you've got me messaging you back and forth telling you to set up new Skypes and shit. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm no, don't worry, man. Man, Skype took me to like sign into your Microsoft profile, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But
it's tough, isn't it? Passwords.
Yeah. Oh man. Once you think you've like stayed on it with passwords, like it just always comes back to kind of bite you once a week, I'd say, for me.
It does. Same, to be fair. Same. Thanks for doing this, dude. Thanks for stepping in and being a part of the lockdown.
Yeah, stoked. I saw Ollie posted a podcast thing and he was on it, and I was like, Ollie, fucking get me on, dog.
Sick.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. So what's been going on, dude?
Pretty good. I've been working with Aaron Gwynn on this project for like the last week. He approached me like a couple months ago and wanted to do this like really fly on the wall documentary style project, single camera, one-on-one, and I was like pretty stoked on what he wanted to do creatively. But so we shot for a couple days before the first World Cup, and then like 2 weeks before the World Cup, we shot for a couple days, and then obviously it got canceled and everything. So yeah, I just went down to his house till quarantine basically. It was super chill. Worked on the project, kind of figured a lot of things out. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to do, like just archive wise with the project. There's going to be a lot of ties between the first couple years of Aaron's career and present day in the project.
So crazy, you've got all of that backed up. So cool.
Yeah. But
wow.
it's backed up, but it's still like going through. Like I was actually pretty good back in the, like right around the time Gwynny started racing, I started getting good at like archiving, right? Yeah. But it's still crazy the amount of time it takes to go through and even just like, find it all. So I did a lot of that, but it was cool to work on the project, to catch up with Aaron. I told him when he hit me up about it, I was like, dude, I gotta just like chill with you for a couple days. And I haven't seen, we've both been like doing our things kind of. But other than the first race getting canceled and his life kind of getting, all of our lives getting twisted in one way or another, but especially Aaron's just having so much invested in the World Cup series, Yeah. It was this project's been interesting timing and like documenting a lot of that, which is cool, So yeah, that's what I've been up to. But yeah, so I've been working the last week, but it's been different as far as like, it's just me and him working on this thing and like literally no one else is involved. So it's cool to do a project where I do kind of pretty much everything start to finish. But yeah, it's been fun.
Wow. So what? When's it going to come out, or is it just going to be?
We kind of don't know. Hopefully, pretty soon because it's pretty current, like the stuff we shot, Yeah. But we're just figuring out, to be perfectly honest, if Red Bull's going to be involved or not, or to what degree they're going to be involved, and then if they are, it might take a little longer to just to schedule into their programming and whatnot, but or it'll just live on Aaron's YouTube channel. So
right.
It's an interesting time with like a lot of the athletes kind of pioneering their own content and having like more and more so like decent budgets to work with. Like Aaron's the client on this project, you know what I mean? Like usually it's like Red Bull's hiring me to, or he's certainly been the one to like kick off the project, and we hope maybe Red Bull get involved and they can help take it to the next level kind of thing.
Yeah, it is a fuck, dude. It's such a strange time, and obviously every episode of this we've been talking about the current status of like, I guess, the world in general. But what's it like, I guess, for Aaron right now as an athlete? I mean, where's his like head at? When you've left, like, where's his head at? What's going on?
It's kind of the same as it always is. I mean, he's like such a level-headed, chill dude, and he's always been like that I think the world could be ending and explosions going on behind him, and you wouldn't see that much difference,
Right.
So it's like, but he's definitely, out of all of my friends, I mean, well, one, he's like a racer, and there's no races, so obviously, but he's I didn't quite realize how involved in that team that he's on he is, I shouldn't say that team, but the intense team that he's on. So, he's having to figure out some stuff with that. But, he's like such a focused dude that it's kind of, he's fine. He's hanging in there, I guess. But he pretty much, I think it's crazy that wasn't even really a surprise, but he was like, yeah, it's pretty much been the gnarliest month of his life, because I think there's so much out of control, which is like that for everybody, it's fucking nuts really when you think about it. But
do you know that the race being postponed sucks, because postponed doesn't mean you can, if it was cancelled, if a race was cancelled, you could cancel your accommodation and cancel your flights and get your money back, hopefully at a charge. Whereas as soon as it's postponed, it's it's fucked, isn't it? Because you're kind of still invested.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I guess 2 were postponed and 2 were canceled. But I was fully flights booked and everything, all meant to go to Portugal to shoot Aaron for this project. I was going to go to the first race and the last race of the year, and then the project was it's so much about the moments in between the racing. Super nuts. But I was actually in Mexico, taking a week to chill when all that went down. It was so crazy how everybody's schedules just kind of went on their heads, and those are the lucky ones. It's fucking nuts, man. It's super crazy times, but it's also as a, if you're going to do a documentary storytelling project, it's a good time to do one. So that was cool. But it's also there's not going to be a scene where Gwynny melts down because the races aren't, it's it's the total opposite. He's so chill that it's that's for me as a filmmaker, almost the cool part of it is how do you tell a story about a dude that is the most fucking composed human ever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He is though, he's super dialed in what he does, and he's so it's so he's just a man of routine, and it's so just boom, boom, boom. So I think, but it's his routine's gotten all thrown off, and he's still super chill. So what's up with you though, Ollie? How you been, brother?
Good, thanks, dog. Good. Hey, you keep cutting out a little bit. I don't know what's the deal where you are? Is it full lockdown? He's gone again. Damn, son.
I think because he's moving, Ollie, it's going to be a
tough one. It's going to be a shit show. Join in. What is the deal though in America? Is it between
certain states are locked down, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think certain states.
So he's going from California, from Southern
California. But I don't
California.
think they're fully locked down. I think it's here.
Right. Okay.
I think because there's still, I'm only taking this as what I've seen, but there's still podcasts happening. There's still people are traveling to studios.
What would be your route if you were going from Southern California? I'm interested in your knowledge. Southern California to Bend, Oregon.
What would be my route?
Yeah, just approximately, See, I don't know.
I'd go north. I'd probably follow the...
There's one straight road, it pretty much, isn't it?
I'd just follow the one.
I can't think. Where do you picture where Bend is?
I have no idea.
I think of it as inland from San Fran.
I have absolutely no idea where it is.
I think I'm going to have a look at a map whilst we're here.
Yeah, he's going to pull over anyway. He just messaged me, so he's going to pull over.
Oh, cool. So Bend, Oregon. I really need to go there. I'd really love to go there. It's seems like quite a hub, pardon the pun, for riding. There's so many good riders over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is actually... Where the fuck is it? Whoa, it's way above where I thought it was. How interesting.
Where actually is it then?
So it's above San Fran. It's actually closer to Portland, the home of the Trailblazers.
Oh, so you would follow the one. I was pretty close.
Yeah, you pretty much would, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going from...
I think I'm back.
Oh, yo.
Hello, mate. Dude, don't worry, we got this. We whilst you went away, we were trying to work out a route to navigate from Southern California to Bend. Dude, Bend is miles north of San Fran, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like San Fran's like halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna stop in San Fran?
No, I'll just pin it.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Because San Fran's like you gotta. I definitely got a bit of a late start, but you gotta go like inland like 2 hours. You know, it adds a bunch of time.
Right.
But what was I saying? It's a shelter in place, right? So you're supposed to like stay indoors other than essential business and to like get food and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I think it's like I don't think the like consensus over here is referring to it as like a lockdown. You know what I mean? Like I feel maybe I'm just, I don't know. Who knows what it's like comparing it to you guys, but I feel like the UK is even on like a tighter, like, weren't you telling me the other day, Ollie, via text? It's like, you're like supposed to go out once a day for exercise.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of like,
but it's very loose, I feel.
Yeah, like.
The only reason it's really strict is because people are sticking to it, right? Like, people are actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and for the most part, like, you know, we were too, other than we shot like 2 half days riding stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It was like pretty chill. And then we were just indoors, like kind of, but crazy times.
I guess it matters more for the built up areas, really, doesn't it? Like, you know, I feel like all of us are kind of the same. We're out in the sticks a bit, or a bit more countryside.
Yeah, I mean, like in Bend, I live like in an apartment right near one of the main streets through town, and it's definitely like pretty quiet. You know,
right.
For sure. Yeah.
What about restaurants and pubs and stuff? Are they all open on their bars?
So pubs aren't, and then it's like to-go food only from restaurants.
Right. Yes. Same here.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
So I mean, I guess it is pretty similar. It's crazy times.
Isn't it?
Very crazy times. Very,
guys,
very crazy.
I'm gonna pull over at this exit because I'll have good service, but because I feel like it's gonna maybe cut out.
All right, all good.
Again.
No problem.
But hopefully it hasn't.
Are you on the 5? Are you on the 5, dog?
No, 210.
You're on the 210. Yeah, I know the 210.
Pasadena.
Beautiful.
Are you going to be on the 5 after Sacramento or what?
Yeah.
What? Right, got you. Yeah, got you.
So when I said, Ollie, it's either the 1 or the 5. Well, I said the 1, but you could take the 1, a little bit more scenic up the coast, or you go the 5.
Imagine how long it would take.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, the 1 would be like heavy.
The 1 is a fantastic road, though, isn't it? I love the 1.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like
the M1.
For California, it wouldn't be too bad, but going all the way to Oregon, I think it would add on significant time. Yeah. Oh, boys, I got full fucking LTE. It's on.
Yeah. Amazing.
So what is this? Is this like a special edition of the podcast you guys are doing because we're in these times?
Pretty much. So the backstory of this is any ridiculous idea I have, I usually pitch it to Ollie first. Okay. Usually he says yes. So here we are.
Yeah, yes, man, dude. Yeah, I'm a yes, man. But ultimately, everyone's stuck at home. Otherwise, no one would listen to anything. Otherwise, you know, we'd have no ratings.
Yeah, true.
But thankfully, it's blowing up, and we got jet skis on delivery. I've got 3 jet skis, and Davey's got you got like 5 now.
I've got 5. Yeah, racking them up outside.
Insane.
Get jet skis all over, man. Sheffield's
so you're going back to Bend. What are you up to in Bend after?
I'm gonna work on the edit of this project, and then I'm working on a film with Carson Storch, so I'll probably work a little bit on that. But it's still pretty chill, you know. It's like, who knows? It's hard to like be like fully productive and even creative during these times a little bit. But Yeah, so we're basically working on the Karsten thing too.
But have you had any like communication with bike brands and stuff like that as to what impact it's going to have on those? Do you think they're going to be taking out budget for film projects or athletes and stuff?
I mean, I'm sure they will, just because no one's buying bikes right now. Everybody's at home, But I don't know. I mean, it's like e-commerce is still. I think everybody's taking a hit, but as far as like specific conversations, not really. But I'm pretty lucky in that I have these 2 projects that are so like one-on-one anyways.
Yeah.
The Carson project, definitely a little bit more production support, but that whole project we're shooting in Oregon where I live now. So it's been like pretty chill as far as working on it,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. But it's fucking. I'm due a trip to the UK.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to come over for the end of lockdown party.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
We've got spike ball kits and beer and all sorts.
Yeah. But yeah, I talked to. I mean, this morning my friend that she's actually one of the non-pro biking friends, right?
Yes.
Olly, I had this like joke, Davey, that it's like this group of friends that I ride with all the time. That I jokingly call the non-pro biking friends. But anyway, shout out Hannah. She just got a job at Juliana.
Oh, wow.
But so she was telling me that Santa Cruz was until I think May 3rd. They're like or sorry, not Santa Cruz, I should say. She doesn't know. She works for Juliana. But Santa Cruz County, which obviously Santa Cruz and Juliana are in, are on this shelter in place until May 3rd. So I can't imagine the Santa Cruz offices being open until May 3rd. So
you've been given a date. That's like, so risky, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But that's like what I think, like media outlets are announcing that Santa Cruz, because it's all like a lot of it, I think, in California is by county. But I know,
man, it's so hard to herd all of these people. It is so hard. I feel sorry for all of the people in power. Like, it is herding cats, man. It is so difficult, isn't it?
It's crazy. It's like, but I've tried to look at it as like, just embrace it, that it's, there's been times as a creative when I've been just like super, at the end of a project and been pretty burned out or whatever, and been like, wouldn't it great if the world could like rest for a little bit?
Yeah.
And that's like essentially what's happening. So it's like, the reality is like, it's, I think it's been cool, like how, it was interesting seeing the shift, even like on my Instagram feed or whatever, on like how quickly the bike community like reacted to like it being pretty important to like take this serious, which I get, which is the solution that's going back to normal. You know what I mean? Is actually playing by the rules, which I guess I'm not, but it's like people got to have something to watch too. So,
how much content has there been there, man? It's crazy how much stuff's coming out.
As far as like define content.
Good point. That's fair. Just
like sort of my vlogs,
vlog
my
stuff.
Dad cam and stuff.
Yeah, just all sorts. Like there's been there's been like athletes starting podcasts. There's reruns of races going on. There's just like so much stuff.
For sure.
Which isn't a bad thing, but
totally. It's like I mean, on one hand, maybe I'm not paying as much attention, but like Aaron and I were joking on Pink Bike last night. It's like, guess what blurred out World Cup racer this is? Is that like, that's like fucking a joke, man. And so it's like that like certainly the type of content I like making and watching is like, I mean, I haven't seen there's it's just like
it's doing it for doing its sake, a lot of it, right?
But like, as far as like, it's funny that, and even like, it was like a pink bike story, and it was like Danny's 10th place run from 2 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like for people just like slapping it up just because, like, you know, it's interesting.
You feel like you need to do something.
Time people are making a lot more shit, but you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like how it always is, man. It's there's a wide spectrum of stuff coming out, but I think at the end of the day, man, it's a good time for people to make stuff. So so I guess there is a lot more stuff coming out. You know what I mean? It's like
totally
tough. But it's definitely like, you know, as far as content that's ultimately budgeted and funded by brands, which is like a lot of it, you know, that's totally on ice right now, which is crazy. So
it's almost like a bunch of, like you said, like user generated stuff coming out, pretty much. Just people just taking it upon themselves, like an athlete or, you know, whatever, just to do their own thing.
For sure. No, and I think that's great, man. You know, and that's like, I think brands are going to struggle for content. I think athletes, it's ultimately never been a better time if you're creative and motivated to make your own stuff than now. So there's like two ends of the spectrum in my eyes. But there's been a definite in what I do, a complete, like the commercial work, which is kind of what like pays the bills and keeps everything going and whatnot, you know, that's like pretty on ice right now. Because you have a project funded by Aaron, and then a project that Carson and I have kind of gotten off the ground simply because we both live in the same town right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are like, you know, it's even those projects, it's like, but I have so much shit always to do, it seems, that it's like the world could be fucking ending and it's like, let's film it. So it's like, not for me, it's like, I don't know, man. It's times are different for sure. And it's it's kind of how you approach it. And I think everybody's learning just to like, hopefully think of all the good that they can do in it, or certainly see the good that maybe has come from this, because it's fucking super gnarly.
It is.
I was so embarrassed when you said that you watched my vlog, Clay.
Oh, I love him, bro.
Like, but dude, that's like the last.
On a shoot, man.
Yeah, and John Reynolds as well. That's the worst. No,
I shouldn't say I made it. It was like the one thing I was like, you gotta watch this, bro. And he was like, thanks, dog. Right into it.
Oh no, that's the worst when you message me.
Oh.
What would the message read, Ollie?
I can't remember. No, it was enthusiastic and kind, but it's just like the thought of Clay watching me with this fucking shaky camera. It's the worst. I've always been like aware that a biker is a biker, and someone who's just thinks stay in your lane, you know. And I'm venturing into Clay's lane right now.
But that's like, I mean,
kind of.
How much pre-production did you do on you know what I mean? It's like a totally different type of
well, it's stuff. Shit is what you're saying, really, isn't it?
Yeah. No. It was pretty much, you know, it's like all the it was actually like, see, I don't watch a lot. You're like one of the few ones of those type of things that I actually do watch, more so just because I don't have the time. Like you say, Davey, there's so much stuff out there that it's like, not because I'm like vlogs suck or anything like that. I'm like, fucking, I at a point in my life where I could like care less about that type of stuff. It's just,
it's good to be like that. I think it's good to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but yeah, your vlogs are fucking sick. I'm stoked to see the new one. The titles are great. They're fucking packed full of just epic moments as they happen. It's ultimately like, if you read these like documentary filmmaking books on how to craft stories, like, you're fucking 3/4 of the way there, bro.
Boom.
You know, you got the visual evidence dial, dude. And that's what it's
Thanks,
like.
dude.
Like, we joke, you know, and like, but it's almost, we're at a point in time where like content is like, everybody's done everything, right? And so it's like seeing, you know, aerials or super slow motion or some of these things that maybe could like sell a project. you know, and when I say sell, like to the audience, like the audience is like, whoa, I've never seen this before, you know, this is fucking sick or whatever. Like that's all been, you know, like
that's
like
really true. It's really
everybody's
true.
creative efforts have like caught up to the technology, and now it is a lot about like, you know, like who can just capture honest stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I think like where maybe the first time, or I shouldn't say first time, or like the people that are just getting into it will see where the challenges are, is like how you edit it and ultimately craft together what you present to the audience and what's seen, you know what I mean?
Yeah. iMovie's working for me, dude. iMovie's working for me.
Bro, iMovie cuts, man, and that's like 99% of what you need in an editing program.
That's so true, isn't it? Yeah.
I back iMovie, you know what I mean?
Mate, well, I really look forward to Gwynny's ones, I've got to say. I look forward to...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool. Like, I guess I'm stoked what I have on my plate. I have, you know, the side of stuff which is really cinematic and kind of shooting at perfect light and all that type of stuff, you know, and crazy camera movement and all this type of stuff, and crafting just an experience for the audience that's just like smacking them in your face with eye candy, you know. And that's what the Carson project is. And then the Aaron project is like, it's so like trying to be the opposite, in that it's like a fly on the wall story, you know what I mean? Like ideally I would have the whole thing like no interviews or no, you know what I mean? But I think it's not like, you know, I'm only limited, you know, I'm also limited in that it's like just me doing this project too. But it's like that's ultimately driven by what's captured, you know what I mean? And presenting like just a character portrait of like who this dude is, you know. There'll be elements of that in the Carson project, but it's ultimately like, you know, this is fly on the wall documentary storytelling, and this is like trying to make the craziest visual, auditory, you know, the merging of crazy writing, crazy visuals, and crazy sound design and crazy music, blah, blah. Whereas Aaron's is like, if it can live in that raw space and be full fly on the wall, like, you know, cinematic reality is what I was kind of describing it to Aaron as like. But so, you know, it's cool to have the two kind of ends of the creative spectrum, and that's what I'm working on right now.
It's sick you've got both of those in your arsenal as well. I think about all of the stuff you've made is really varied, actually, isn't it? It's like when you think of Death Grip, it's more like the Carson project, and you think of Won't Back Down as more like maybe what you're thinking for Gwynny's thing, or along the lines like a story.
Yeah, totally, for sure. I think, you know, and ultimately all these projects are such, you learn so much doing the previous one that you can apply to the new one. And why I bring that up is like I totally would agree that maybe the Carson one's more like Death Grip, and this Aaron project's more like Won't Back Down, but it's like how I approached a character study, if you will, 6 years ago when I was working on Won't Back Down is significantly different than how I'm approaching it now. And even like what's valuable to me as a storyteller certainly has changed in terms of like how you're going to capture it and when you're going to shoot and when you're not and stuff, you know. But ultimately
what
the
a dude
audience
to do it
is
with.
Caught up too. They have now 6 more years of like watching stuff, you know. It's crazy how knowledgeable the audience is now, like not only of the writing but of like the filmmaking, you know. And
do you know one thing that they don't know about
and what's authentic? What's up? How to make them dope titles like you do?
Yeah, dude. No, I was gonna say I think he's so mysterious as a character. Like I think it's like the best one to do it on.
I agree totally.
Yeah, and that was another like attraction to me when it came up, because it kind of came out of nowhere. Like Aaron and I hadn't really, maybe would text once a year, right? Okay, during the time of like
Valentine's
when
Day,
I stopped going for Valentine's Day, but from like 2014, which was the last World Cup that I went to, until now, you know, like we haven't kept in touch that well, you know. I guess the most through social media or whatever, but it came out of nowhere, and I was looking for a project that was like, how can I itch that documentary storytelling itch that I now have, you know? And so, but yeah, it was cool.
I'm excited.
And the more I thought about it, I was like, man, like, it's crazy how, like, you know, he's like obviously done stuff over the years in terms of content, however you want to define it. I'm sure he's ticked probably every box there is to, like, in terms of styles of, like, you know, he's done his podcast, he's done his, you know, GoPro clips, whatever, but he's so focused. He's like any top racer where they ultimately just don't, like, their personal value in seeing themselves ride their bike is like way less than everybody. He just doesn't care about the stuff, you know. He does care about it, but he's so focused on, like, all his eggs are in that one basket of racing that it's like, why do I need a camera there? I'm gonna fucking win them all, you know. And I'm not saying that's Gwinny, I'm saying that's any dude when they're at the top, you know. That's that I've noticed when I've been like, but so Aaron, it's just cool that he's like, some of the references were like really cool shows on Netflix that are really fly on the wall and you know, like little interaction with the camera and stuff like that, where I'm not necessarily saying we're doing that 100%. We're just I'm trying to inject as much of that as possible into the framework of the story, where it's maybe like, you know, 40% him on the bike, 60% off the bike.
Sweet.
But so yeah, but I think what I was trying to say earlier is, like, the audience really values authentic, like, nothing to take away against Gwinny slashing a berm, but it's like, we all know he can do that, and not to say that's not sick, and this will definitely have a couple of those, you know, he'll be ripping or whatever, but it's like, everybody knows that dude, he's sick.
People don't know much about him as a person.
And it's like, and I know I can film Gwinny riding a bike how I think it looks cool, you know? So it's like, for both Aaron and I, it was like, it's been rad doing it, like the action stuff, man. We're both just like first take every single time.
You like, film on the same spot, 3-minute gaps?
Not 3-minute gaps. I was a similar zone though. But we filmed like that trail in Lake Elsinore. Did you ever go there with Brent?
Yeah, I've ridden there.
Yeah, so we filmed that, which was cool. And then, but I shot him there when he was on a Yeti, like prior to 3-minute gap. So it's like
sick.
That was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a nice shift in change for both of us, maybe, on how you approach, like, kind of doing this or doing, you know, because it's like, fuck, man, as I say, like, the audience learns so much. It's like, blows my mind, man, like, how much value there is in, like, content that people actually watch a bunch and is like really good, you know, not only for me but for the athlete, you know.
Would you say mountain biking is unique in that, like, as a sport? I feel like it's quite, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's quite, like, it's moved along quite a lot compared to, obviously you've got, like, surfing's really incredible, and I feel like mountain biking is pretty cutting edge. Could you say? Or
for sure. And maybe I think I would maybe have a different answer to that question when I first started riding. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely believe that mountain biking has grown massively over the last 15 years to the point where, like, when I was like 15 or whatever, it was it like wasn't in the realm of surfing and whatever, skateboarding, all this other stuff. And now I think it kind of is, you know, and I think that's one thing, talking about social media and content and all this stuff, is that's what's been so cool about Instagram, is you can see, like, whoa, this surfer is psyched on Seminole or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but I think generally mountain biking does a pretty good job, if you want to compare it, like, to how, like, the, like, level of content, maybe it's not like, you know, like I mean, it's not like I think that's the thing is like content is this word where it's like, it's so fucking new to everybody, whether you're me or a brand or a rider or anybody, or, you know what I mean? It's like basically this new thing that is like, it's like, how would you define a TV channel before fucking TV, dude? You know, it's like, you can't. Yeah. And it's like, so it's I'm kind of maybe going off topic a little bit, but, everybody's learning a lot about like what works and what doesn't, and how to make cool stuff and have it not maybe take forever, and, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know. I forgot what the question was though.
Yeah. Amazing.
What?
Is there anything else, Ollie, you've got? Because I'm sort of mindful that we need to keep this relatively time-centric, like...
Let's do some dope or nopes with Clay Dog, because we're actually up to 2 hours now. Let's do dope or nope. So I guess you probably understand the.
Yeah, that's awesome.
After talking in detail about all of this cutting edge content, let's do a dope or no. All right, let's hear it. Sweet corn. Anyone? Sweet corn. Dope or no?
What cutting edge content has everything in my opinion, I guess, has. Like cutting edge content would be like a pizza, and you have one slice, full fucking vlog or whatever you want to call it, one slice shot on an iPhone, one slice with a slow-mo camera, one, you know what I'm saying? And it's like how you mix all those, and that's more than ever where the magic has been. So anyways.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hear that's a good analogy.
All right, let's do a couple of these and then we'll...
Dope or no?
Dope or nope? Martin C84, a half-face helmet with goggles. Dope or nope? I've never seen you run that, Ollie. You run a half-face and a...
Yeah, no, I don't run that. It's not for me, to be honest. It's not.
You like the full gurn out there, don't you?
Who's the rider?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Are they, if they're a sicko, like whatever, do they go wear a fucking ice cream cone on their head?
That's true.
That is a fair point, actually.
That is true.
A fair point.
For the general, like for me, maybe.
No, for your non-pro biking friends.
Probably a no. Yeah,
no. Next one.
John C. Who, dope or nope? Tan wall tires.
Those are pretty dope.
They are.
Yeah, I'd say dope.
Yeah. Ollie, dope.
I ran tan wall for years. I'm into black wall at the minute. But tan wall's always cool, isn't it? It just looks cool, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I'd say dope on the old tan wall.
Yeah, we'll go with dope.
We got, I don't know this guy's Instagram.
How British do we sound right now, Clay?
Clay, is this the highlight of your career?
Yes, I believe that is actually dope. Yes,
the game by design is like only one of two options, but I'm just as guilty as you guys. We're like, it's dope, but this is how just to clarify.
I love a dope or nope. I love it.
Yeah, this is sick.
We got TXM. Hey, oh god, it's crazy Instagram handle. TXM HMX.
Change it. Change that. Definitely change it.
Jibs. Dope or nope?
What was that?
His Instagram handle?
Jibs.
The Instagram handle is a fat nope. Jibs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good in a car park whilst you're waiting for people to turn up.
What did he say? Or what's his dope or no?
It's jibbing.
Oh, just jibbing in general?
Yeah.
Man.
It's a nope from me, dude. I don't really care about it. I like riding to have function.
I gotta start moving through these. A nope for me as well. How many manuals are involved, though? That's a kind of a jib thing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Manual's a jib, yeah.
All right, they're all relatively mountain bike related, other than Will T1234 654. Who are these people?
Yeah, for sure change that as well.
Who are these people? Pineapple on pizza. Dope or nope?
Dope.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. We got Coil Shocks. Andy Dorks.
Yeah, I mean, I actually prefer an air shock. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer it.
What, the look, the aesthetics, or the functionality?
Aesthetically, a coil shock looks really cool, and it's cool on small bumps. But I just like a bike to feel super progressive, which I think suits an air shock. So there's my answer. I would say that the coil shocks are dope, but only sometimes dope.
All right.
We've run out of steam, haven't we? Low energy, dude.
Yeah.
Should we call it?
Yeah, dude. Whatever bike KJ's got right now, that's a crispy one that he can loan me if it got an air shock. That's all good. Shout out KJ. That's my answer. We'll have to FaceTime Kyle. You guys should do dope or nope, and it's like, who wants to be a millionaire, and they can call a friend and add in a fourth caller.
Oh, we could do that.
Oh man,
we could do that.
All right, we'll do it next time for sure.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm into it. All
Cheers
right.
for joining us, Clay.
Yeah, thank you, Clay.
Fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the confusion with the call and shit, but
no worries, dude. Sorry for fucking my Skype, man, blowing it.
Thank you for taking the time out.
Have a safe drive, and I hope that the 5 is clear.
Yeah, it's been clearer than normal.
Good.
But it's also like there's still like here's a very Californian example. Like there's still a line at In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't there be?
But that's essential. You gotta have In-N-Out, and I would fucking
Brothers gotta eat.
that, okay?
Yeah. Dope or nope, In-N-Out. Dope every time.
Dope for sure. Hell yeah, boys, dude.
All right, dude.
We'll stay in touch.
Cheers, Clay. You're the man.
Be safe.
Later, guys.
Safe
Peace.
trip. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? What a guy. Clay's the man.
What a guy. I think we've got your highlight for the next year's sponsorship pitch, which is Clay Porter. Your blogs are sick.
Yeah.
It's there.
Perfect. Huh? How funny is that?
It's there.
He's the man, Clay. Thanks, Davey. It's been fantastic. We've had a long episode today, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got some editing to do to try and get this thing down a little bit. But
have you? Yeah.
Yeah, I have, mate. You just chill though.
Yeah, I'll chill. I'll chill with the union. We've got a lot to talk about.
I think we have after this one. It's been a wild one. All right,
Cheers,
the next one, hopefully Deeks.
What's
we'll
it
pick
gonna
up
be episode 5 next.
It'll be episode 5. So we need some fan some fan artwork. We need video submissions because we still have never done them, and there's quite a lot. We've never done them, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
We'll do them next time.
We'll get to them. Hopefully, the next one we can. If we have someone from the UK, it'd be a little bit easier to,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
But amazing.
Put it on your
notice
notice board. Remind us.
Okay, I will. I'll put it up there. All right, cool. All right, thanks everyone for listening once again, and out.
Catch you episode 5.
Hopefully.
Stay safe. Stay home. Protect the NHS. Save lives.
Lovely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening to another episode of The Lockdown. I think we'll all agree this one has been wild. Anyway, we're going to hand over right now to a cover by Zeb, who's doing a cover for every episode of The Lockdown. You can request a cover, just send it over via Instagram to Zeb or myself. This is Jamie T's Rabbit Hole, requested by John Sihu on Instagram. So enjoy, folks, turn it up, and have a great rest of your week. Stay positive, stay safe, stay indoors, stay rad. Peace.
Sold to a bid, then hit by a buyer. Lift the lid on a kid, took the piss, then retired. Paris said you get on the hand. She always let you down when she knows that you can't. Well, I like an SAAT, my baby saved me, even played me and jammed in the sound. Well, I like an essay, she tried to correct me. She meant to protect me, but only betrayed me now. You're too proud to call. Guess I never knew the at all. You stood low, I got high. Tonight, Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in her palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go rolling down a rabbit hole. Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in the palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go rolling down a rabbit hole. Still know you can call me whenever. I'm always round town, man, I'll be round forever. I take the blame, I take the weather. I travel overseas, sell the snow back to the favelas. I'm magnanimous, life's a gesture, only for the sake of posterity. It's unanimous, I'll arrest them for our days in the cells of the pale. Now you're too proud to call. Guess I never knew you at all. You stood low, I got high. Tonight, Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in the palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go on rolling down a rabbit hole. Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in the palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go on rolling down a rabbit hole. Who noticed the problems in Jennifer Bennett's head? I swear she's not the same person I grew up with. She's not the same person I left. Who noticed the problems in Jennifer Bennett's head? I swear she's not the same person I grew up with. She's not the same person I left. I said, who noticed the problems in Jennifer Bennett's head? I swear she's not the same person I grew up with. She's not the same person I left. Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in the palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go on rolling down a rabbit hole. Lally as she trips and stumbles. Go see Alice in the palace to crumble. Lally as she trips to tumble. Go on rolling down a rabbit hole.